Hello and welcomes back everyone, and Wolf here with even more Star Wars The Old Republic, playing as Yevrà here, our Sith acolyte, and we are about to enter the tomb of Naga Sadow. We have a couple of codex entries to read, but first of all we might as well look at our mission log. You have been given your final trial. You must venture into the tomb of Naga Sadow and retrieve an ancient map for Lord Zash. Unfortunately, to get the map, you have to awaken an ancient creature known as the Dashad. And of course, we've been given clues as to how to access the Dashad's chamber. So, what do we know about the tomb of Naga Sadow? Naga Sadow was ruled by ambition. Ambition for power, for dominance, and for the expansion of the Sith Empire. Marka Ragnos's body was still warm when Naga Sadow clashed with Sith Lord Ludo Kresh over their late ruler's title. The spirit of Marka Ragnos interrupted their duel and told the two Sith Lords of a greater enemy, the Republic and its Jedi defenders. Naga Sadow saw opportunity in this revelation and launched an attack on Republic space, a move that would see Sadow named the Empire's ruler and spark the Great Hyperspace War. Naga Sadow's ambition and overconfidence soon became his greatest weaknesses. Even with his mastery of Force illusions, the Republic outmatched the Sith. Sadow's invasion failed, and the Republic fleet pursued him back to Sith space. He fled Korriban with his warriors as the Sith Empire crumbled around him. Sadow sought refuge on the remote moon of Yavin 4, where he died after spending years trying to rebuild the empire he had inadvertently helped to destroy. Naga Sadow's spirit, however, survived to pass on Sith teachings, planting the seed of corruption among his Jedi enemies. And we have a note on the Dashad as a species. As fearsome as they are scarce, the Dashads are the hulking survivors of a long-dead planet. Their homeworld of Urkup was destroyed a millennium ago, leaving scant few of their kind left. A live Dashad is a rare sight these days. Prior to Urkup's destruction, they were feared for their inherent resistance to the Force. Jedi and Sith alike often found their powers useless against the Dashads. While the Jedi generally preferred to avoid them, many Sith Lords took advantage of their unique abilities and employed Dashads as assassins to dispose of Jedi and rival Sith. And this is exactly what we're going to go find. A creature that is impossibly going to make our innate talents with the dark side of the Force weaken and maybe not effective at all. Lovely. We may need to actually rely on our training saber here, which does not give me a great deal of hope. There's the map of the tomb. We have to claim the 4 rods before we gain access to the Dashad's chamber. suppose if nothing else, these failing and competing acolytes will be good practice for when we face the Dashad itself. You have a bonus. The tomb of Naga Sadow is full of rival acolytes, all hunting for the same ancient map. I guess someone leaked what Lord Zash was seeking and are trying to earn her favor. We have the Rod of Hate. Ooh. Aspiring acolyte was well skilled. In fact, he managed to draw blood. While here as well, we have the crumbling and cracked statue where we believe Naaman Fall left a gift for his failure of a son. We have these ancient war droids. A Rod of Fury. Your Force Lightning was impressive, but not impressive enough. We have the Rod of Wrath. And last but not least, we claim the Rod of Despair. I wonder if the rods are trying to tell us something with the emotions they give off as we hold them.
Do you require medical attention? Be well.
If nothing else, we may as well stimulate ourselves once again. We have another Sith warrior phase gate here for their own final trial. Once again, we have even more of these ancient droids. Why don't we fight smarter, not harder? Shall we? And for one little bit of vanity, for the sake of the roleplay in a sense, before we look at what has just occurred, let us place the rods in their slots here. Each rod is placed within its matching altar, with an ancient tablet telling us to meditate upon Likely the dark side of the Force. And with our fury in the rod's power, we were able to unseal the doorway to the Dashad. We also managed to gain level 15 while fighting the Vault Guardian droids here. So, let us see what's happened. We've gained a whole new host of abilities. We've learned Chain Lightning. Delivers an arc of lightning that deals a fair amount of energy damage up to 8 targets within 8 meters. That would be interesting, but I'm not looking to really follow the lightning discipline right now. Tell you what, I'm going to take Static Barrier. I'm going to take a few of these abilities. Let us put Chain Lightning aside for now. I'll explain why. We could use it in this fight, of course, but I'll explain my mindset. We will of course take some other abilities we learned at level 15. We learned Electrocute. We can channel our force power to electrocute a target. It deals only a small amount of damage, but that is not its purpose. We're able to stun an enemy for 4 seconds. It does have a 1-minute cooldown, but it is one of our basic stunning abilities. Very useful. We also gain Static Barrier. Allows us to enshroud ourselves with a shield of lightning that absorbs so much damage. You cannot put up another shield until 20 seconds has passed. But for those 20 seconds, we also gain an extra 5% damage reduction.
Places amins wajhajs fools, gawendida seek from tauhans. Taukida melaswe sama word sign in meremnai saigat rawa digdal. Tagasar chais in parks prize war peren swase ikbus karatida.
These were the instructions Zash gave me. I am to free you, and you will take me to the map in the final chamber of the tomb.
Ababarna habens, glaubena, ni in usakwai, usiterens apipao. Was jabe wise jabe, prophetis, wisans jaggara haitain.
I hate to be the one to break it to you, but Tulak Horde is dead.
I places amins wajhajs fools, gawendida seek from tauhans. Paprogatua ina in lausolam, ja gasatida tu ima. Twade en warpai an parlay kain.
Oh, lovely. Seems in his fury in discovering Tulak Horde is indeed dead, the Dashad has freed itself. Ah, it always comes down to this. Maybe it's due to its confinement for so long, but the Dashad's resistance to force techniques is greatly depleted.
Ni ok panai, name in maidens. Ipsik by kunana, jaus by rojandan, in bise wistai. In bizoze waitai spila presin kretai. In bise ewanata, atragata injais.
Obey or perish.
Sisunja, Dargi Skolan.
And we now have a Dashad as a, wouldn't say companion, a servant perhaps. According to Khem Val here, due to his defeat at our hands, he now must serve us. Reluctantly, but he will serve. Excellent. This means we have someone we can send in without fear of, well, without caring if they truly survive. Someone who can draw our opponent's attention.
Aru Jamunja.
Khem Val wanted something to eat. We will send him in to feast all he desires, as long as he doesn't turn his attention back to us once again. What is that? Seems we have a final guardian of this ancient map Lord Zash is seeking. A Tarentatech. It is resistant to force abilities, much like you were meant to be. Not that I'm rubbing it in or anything. It seems our force lightning is having very little effect, though it is having an effect. We could just claim the star map and leave our new companion to fight to the death, but Excellent. And yeah, looks like an ancient star map. And a few places have been marked as areas of interest, it seems. Our time here in the tomb of Naga Sadow has come to an end. Before we...
As I've known, Jappe Signos Fraudnos Jus Jappe Reita Jappe.
Khem Val is wondering how long it has been, truly, since Tulak Horde's death. Before we go report our success, I'm gonna poke our head into this cantina so that we can change our discipline to corruption. We are changing to corruption because I've decided that Yevrà, newly unbound slave, would first of all like to focus on ways to improve her own chances of survival. As such, she wants to delve into the disciplines that will allow her to heal herself and her, well, any companion she may have join her, or servants for that matter, like in the case of the Dashade here. Perhaps when she is more in a comfortable, somewhat comfortable position, she'll delve into the more esoteric skills and other disciplines, such as lightning and madness. As such, we have also, obviously we're now on the first tier of the corruption discipline. We have gained Dark Mending, which reduces the activation time of Dark Infusion by half a second, and it actually reduces the force consumed by Dark Heal. Dark Heal, of course, being the basic heal we've always had, and we've just learned Dark Infusion, which is almost, it's a much bigger heal, but it has an extra half a second activation. This would have been 2.5 seconds, but now it's just a 2-second heal. That's pretty useful. We also learned Lucidity, reduces the pushback suffered when activating any healing ability. And of course we still have our static barrier here. It looks like we're going to be able to augment our Dark Infusion at level 23, and we'll learn a new passive ability. But apart from that, I believe that's everything. For now. Let us go see the look on Overseer Harken's face when we return with a new servant in tow.
I'm telling you, Overseer, it cannot be done. I went into the tomb, I saw the Dashad across the chasm, but I could not get to it.
But the map! Lord Zash is adamant she will not take an apprentice without the map!
I'm telling you, Lord Zash wants the impossible. No one is ever going to get that map.
You don't mean this map, do you?
The map and the Dashad. Get that monster out of here this instant and give me the map.
No, it's not possible. You wretch, you filth. You must have cheated somehow. How did you do it? How did you release the monster?
Sai galut saira, iswis us urf bandan, ja atnam, in puidangarja.
Right. You must have cheated. You must have. You'll pay for this!
Fawn, patience. You will have your chance at this whelp after you personally deliver this map to Lord Zash.
I worked hard for that map, and I'll kill both of you, if I have to.
Protest all you want, slave. You'll die the same. Hurry, Fawn.
Don't go anywhere, Fawn.
Lord Zash.
Yes, Fawn. Now, where's my map?
Here, Lord Zash. Right here.
You found it for me, Fawn? How wonderful.
You are one dead man.
Silence! Fawn will tell me what happened, won't you, Fawn? You wouldn't dare lie to me, would you? Because it would be a shame for me to discover that you lied to me. Now, one more time. Did you bring this map back from Naga Sadow's tomb?
No. No, I didn't. I didn't. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Harken, you fool. In any other group for any other lord, this young man would have torn the other acolytes to shreds. What were you trying to prove? That you could outsmart me? That you knew better than me what kind of person I wanted for an apprentice? You fool! There's your pet, Harken. Clean this mess up. Apprentice, meet me in my chambers upstairs.
As you say.
This is not the end. Without Lord Zash to save you, you're nothing. I have connections that will hunt you wherever you go.
I'm sorry it turned out this way, Harken. I know you never liked me much, but I learned a lot from you.
What? Well, I guess it is an overseer's job to inspire his charges. Now get going, slave. I mean, apprentice.
How interesting that one light side dialogue option managed to turn an overseer from threatening to unleash his connections to taking a compliment and wishing us well.
Get out of my sight, slave.
Oh, fun. You would normally, I have the option turned off as part of my preferences, where you can mouse over, or it'll even just show you the dialogue options if they're light or dark side aligned. Tell you what, I'll turn it back on again, just in case you're interested. Though, I'll turn the other one on as well, so it's very clear if there's a light side or dark side option available. I'm not really focusing so much on the light side, dark side of the Force. We are here for power. And of course, power comes in many different forms, including manipulation. So sometimes we may need to be diplomatic to get what we want, as long as we get what we want. Oh, we have been chosen by Lord Zash. We have risen from the lowly position of an acolyte to now an apprentice under a true Lord of the Sith.
Ah, my magnificent new apprentice. Congratulations are in order, I believe.
Thank you for giving me this opportunity.
You've earned it, my apprentice. Now, I was just looking over this astonishing map you brought back, and I can tell we have a lot of work ahead of us.
What is this map of, exactly?
We can't talk about it here. Too many unfriendly ears. You must meet me on Drummond Cars. There we can talk more.
Why must we go there?
That is where the map leads, though I likely would have taken you there anyway. The capital of the Sith Empire is a good place for an apprentice to start. I will meet you in my chambers in the Citadel in Kars City. There we can speak more freely of the work ahead, without the fear of unfriendly ears. This is the lightsaber I had as an apprentice. I want you to have it.
I am honored.
Excellent. I'm glad you like it. It served me well. Now remember, my chambers, the Citadel, Drummond Cars. It's imperative that we get to work on this as soon as possible.
And what is this?
Stop right there, alien scum. Darth Scotia has a message for you.
Who is this Darth Scotia?
Darth Scotia is Lord Zash's superior, and your worst nightmare. The message is this: you will not go to Drummond Cars. Everything you've done here, everyone you've dealt with, Lord Zash included, is insignificant. Darth Scotia has eyes and ears on Korriban. He knows what your master is up to, and he is displeased, to say the least. On Korriban, Lord Zash may have her way, but on Drummond Cars, it's a different story. So you see, you have to die.
Khem, what is it you do to Force users again?
Gibah iswis aman hangwejins.
Tosin, is that a Dashad? Maybe this isn't such a good idea.
Coward! Fight, you fool!
Slave. Sorry, servant. Deal with these individuals for me, please.
Papagawan.
Excellent work, thank you. I didn't want to I didn't feel it necessary to dirty my hands with them. Our time here on Drummond Cars, sorry, not Drummond Cars, on Korriban has come to an end. Look, they even healed you from the various scratches those apprentices to this Darth Scotia left upon you. Aren't I so generous? level 16. Level 16, just as we're ending our time here on Korriban. We have gained our first true companion, our servant in the form of Khem Val here. He wishes to have a word with us. We'll have a quick look at his biography, as we do have a new codex entry on Khem Val himself, just not on his species. So let us take a look. Khem Val. Once a loyal servant to the Sith Lord Tulak Horde, Khem Val was placed in a stasis chamber in the tomb of Naga Sadow centuries ago by his master for safekeeping. Tulak Horde is long dead, but Khem Val lives on, a terrifying nightmare from the ancient past. Powerful, cunning, and ruthless enough to slay even the strongest Force users. Khem Val was trained as an elite assassin. After emerging from his long slumber, the Dashade is the very embodiment of death and destruction, a reminder that there are things even Sith and Jedi must fear. Although once pledged to a life of service, with his original master gone, it is uncertain where Khem Val's true loyalties now lie. A near-perfect killing machine, he could prove a valuable weapon for anyone willing to take him on, though he is a weapon that can cut both ways. And as our companion, during dialogue scenes there are actions that will make his influence increase and decrease. He likes killing Force users, displays of strength, and making foolish people unhappy. He dislikes weakness in any form, and not killing Force users, and he prefers to wield a vibro sword. So we have our companion here. He does indeed have a vibro sword that was left with him in his stasis chamber. We did have a few options to adjust his appearance. I like his default appearance, so I decided not to look into that. And of course we do have Lord Zash's lightsaber from when she was an apprentice. We'll play with lightsabers likely in the next couple of parts of the series. For now, we will take a break once again. When we come back, we will be traveling to the Imperial Fleet. We'll be traveling up to a place known as Harken Space Dock, and we'll have a brief exploration, a brief tour of the space dock itself before we continue our journey on the way to Dromund Kaas. Thank you very much for joining me once again with even more Star Wars The Old Republic. I hope you're enjoying the series so far, and I hope to see you for even more next time. Until then though, take care. Bye bye now.